Hey everybody, it's Norm Farrar, aka the Beard Guy here, and welcome to another Lunch with Norm, the Amazon FBA and e-commerce podcast. In this episode, we're going to be talking about mind-blowing solutions. Yes, new ways to boost your ranking. We're going to talk about how you recover keywords that no longer make you money, how you can rank higher before your competitors do, and how to discover winning keywords to accelerate sales. So welcome to another Lunch with Norm, the Amazon FBA e-commerce podcast.
Lunch with Norm. Lunch with Norm.
All right, like I said, we're going to be talking about mind-blowing solutions to boost your rankings. Our guest is the master of balance and founder of Sellerize. He maintains a crazy work ethic without compromising happiness or his amazing lifestyle. He's got 7 companies, and I was just talking to him before we got onto the podcast, and he's going absolutely crazy, but controlled crazy. He's got 2 kids, a beautiful wife, and of course, a little dog to go along with it, or maybe a big dog. His business began in 2013, and he hit 500,000K in monthly revenue within 120 days of starting out. He's amazing. And of course, this is returning guest, Dima Kubrak. So before we get to Dima, Kelsey, sponsor, please. Meet Sellerize, a must-have suite of tools to stay on top of your Amazon business. Get instant notifications on any listing changes. Analyze review activity. Monitor sales in real time. What about those hijackers? Buy box lost, listing suppressions. Whatever happens, you'll immediately know. Sleep like a baby. Sellerize has your business under control, and get a free month trial by signing up with a coupon, Beard Nation. Just follow the link in the episode's description to get started now. All right, where's the Squire?
Hello, happy Monday. How are you?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing fantastic.
Just think where you're going to be a week from now.
I know, Vegas. First time in Vegas, going to the Prosper Show. So if you are heading to Vegas, hopefully we can meet up. Send me a message or send Norm a message, and we can see if we can have a little Lunch with Norm meetup. I think that would be great.
We got a little contest going on too, right? With Tim Jordan and Private Label Legion. You want to talk about that?
Yeah, so if you manage to find Tim and Norm or me, and you take a photo with your Private Label Legion merch, you'll be able to, I think we have 5 spots, but we're going to take you out for lunch. You'll have like a little private.
And it won't be to McDonald's.
Lunch. Yeah, it'll be nice. We'll treat you. So yeah, go ahead, find Lunch and Norm. Find Norm and Tim, and yeah, you can have lunch on us. You can have lunch with Norm.
And Kelsey. And Tim.
Kelsey. Yeah, so welcome, Rad, Manny. Great to see you. Hey, Howard, how are you? Jeff's here as well, and Be Entrepreneur and Andy. Great to see you guys. We're a little late today, but we're back in action, and we have our regular scheduled Lunch with Norm for the rest of the month. I think there's going to be no more surprises, so we're good to go. Hey, Simon, how are you? And Olga, we've got a great crew already. So yeah, smash those like buttons. Give us a thumbs up. We've got a giveaway as well, and it's going to be a great episode.
I haven't done this in a while, but smash those like buttons. Ring that bell. I think I got it. I even know what a bell is now, so that's good.
That's good.
All right. So if you do have any questions or comments, throw them over in the comment area, and we will get them. I'm sure there's going to be lots going on today. Dima always brings an A game, and he's always got some nuggets up his sleeve. So sit back, relax, grab a cup of coffee, enjoy the show. Welcome, Mr. Dima.
So I have a feeling, Dima, hey.
Guys, okay, I'm glad to see you, and I hope I'm gonna bring you today some good and positive energy to share, and also some knowledge, so it will help you to make a bit more money on a daily basis and make your business better every single day.
And maybe we could do this first. So let's talk a little bit about your background. because you got into Amazon, back around the ASM1 days. I think that was it, right?
Absolutely.
And you didn't know any. You were selling ice cream, or no? It was a rickshaw with your wife, right, in Miami or
Absolutely.
Fort Lauderdale. So you knew nothing about this game.
Look, you're absolutely right. I got into the game. I'm how to say, I'm refugee from Ukraine.
Oh
Okay,
my
so
gosh.
speaking about a couple things, we scheduled this amazing podcast with you, Norm, about 2 months ago. So, and today we did doing this live stream. So there's a bit of challenges was for me to get right now on a podcast, but I called you before. I say, hey, Norm, should we do it on, or maybe we just should skip? You say, hey, we have a schedule. So I say, okay, let's rock and roll. But Ukraine right now has big problem on that side, and a lot of my employees and my family members, also stay there. So the situation kind of terrible, but at the same time, as you can see, I always try to continue going, so and that's it, so
Yeah.
I became 12 years ago from Ukraine, and right now I live in the United States, so I have lots of different businesses. I just told you before we went live, like how packed is our warehouse. We're just working day and night. Today I just got literally 20 minutes before this live, I got a message that my retail store been approved. I was fighting for this for almost a year, so it's a big win for me and my team to have additional retail store here in Florida area. So we're working hard on Amazon business, and we're doing. I just got 2 weeks ago I got my first Airbnb. So I decided to go into the Airbnb business. So it's kind of keep growing for me as well. So.
So
Yeah.
can I get a deal when I go to your AMB or
Airbnb?
Yeah, in Miami. So
absolutely.
Dima, you just reminded me of something. So we do have a fund for Ukraine going right now. Kelsey, if you can put up that crowdsourcing link. We've raised over $125,000 so far. And anybody who's interested in donating, please do it. This is something my friend Colin Campbell set up. And, if you want to support, there's the link there. So we're trying to hit $1 million. So far, we're at $125,000. Okay.
Guys, I'm really appreciate for entire community of supporting such a massive problem that happened in Ukraine, and we also did I have a huge list of my Sellerize members. We have about 12,000 people, also we have a crazy big list of huge sellers that we supporting also, that helping us to donate a lot of money towards this towards the result in these problems, so helping the members in Ukraine and everything. So thank you so much, guys, for being part of it, and thank you for supporting. So
you're very welcome. It is a worthy cause. So Dima, let's talk a little bit about what you're doing right now. So every time you come on, I always got to take my notepad down because I know one thousandths of what's going on in your head. So anyways, let's talk about how we can get these keywords rocking again. So how do you recover these keywords that no longer make you money?
Yeah, before we got to technical details,
Yeah.
I want to explain also, guys, the story behind, exactly how to, because look, I was working when I just started to do my Amazon business. I was having no development background. The only what I knew, it's everything is controlled by algorithm. So the algorithm is always there, and there's always some buttons and pushes that you can apply to make sure you win in the game against competition, or at least you're working in Amazon favor. So for Amazon, the algorithm was always changing. So Amazon was continue improving. So about 10 years ago, the algorithm was completely weak, and anybody with a simple clicks of the buttons was able to rank keywords. And I remember we built one of our first keyword ranker on Amazon that was absolutely simple. It was helping to boost ranking on Amazon. But along the way, Amazon start to become more and more efficient. Do you hear me okay, actually? Because my mic a bit far away from me.
No, I can hear you perfectly.
Yeah. Okay, awesome. So, yeah, and with this efficiency that Amazon comes through, people start to focus more on optimizing products in the right way. Do you remember, like many years ago, there used to be like a shitty listings that you just look and you feel like, hey, how people even buy this?
Yeah.
Then it become more agencies, more people who get into the game, and they start to come with a more professional approach to improve the listings. So also, while you was working with the Amazon with your listing, there was also other competition coming. Like in the last couple of years, there was a huge boom of aggregators was coming to the market. The guys was coming with a budget, professional teams, and a focus. So these guys become very efficient at some technologies that other sellers don't. Like, for example, I know lots of Amazon sellers. It was a basic guys like me who was driving a pedicab in the past. Not all of them pedicab drivers, but some of them regular guys who was working as a manager, so in a bank or somewhere else, and they decide to discover e-commerce world, and they jump into the Amazon game, and they start to perform, they start to launch products, they start to make money. But overall, they was having a limited amount of information and technologies to improve their listings or optimize this in the proper way. Or sometimes it feels like, hey, I have to take care of so much. So how I can be efficient? So with this, there's several options you can do. Option number one, you can dedicate this to some professional agencies. I know, Norm, you also have some help to the sellers, correct?
Right. Yeah, I do have an agency. Yeah.
I saw your case studies. It's incredible. So some people, they come to the professional guys like you. Some people try to do themselves. Some people hire help, or maybe like one-time project guys. But to do this, you have to have a special tools. Like, for example, if you want to break a wall, you need a hammer, or maybe a big hammer. If you come to and try to punch wall with your arms, they can be broken, and probably you will not achieve the result you need. So that's why I was always trying to track the data and see what exactly can help me, or what small pieces of information. Sometimes even small idea can improve and flip your business around, and now you become a winner. You can be a loser for 1 year or maybe 2 or 3. You don't feel like how I can grow my business. But then you see this piece of information, this piece of advice. Maybe right now you listen to this podcast, and once you will get information that I'm going to share with you today, you're just going to go plug your ASIN, you will analyze this, and boom, few optimizations, and you already growing. Now you change the direction. So what I'm trying to say, there's lots of ASINs on Amazon right now with the keywords and positions, and some of them lost some market share already. Like some was an opposite growing. So you want to see the historical data of performance of the ASIN or specific keywords that right now stays on Amazon. For instance, let's say you look at the keyword that I don't know, like give me an example of any keyword. my
natural bully sticks. How's that?
Let's do the iPhone case.
Okay,
it's simple, and I can pronounce this, So because sometimes my English is better, but not as good as yours. So sometimes some keywords can sound like a stick, a dick, like, so I don't know, like, it's what is that correct? I don't know, like a stick, or what's the word I just said? No, so
just run with it.
You just lost. Yeah, I lost. And look, if for some reason you don't like my joke, like jokes, and you just let me know, and I would know that. So
no problem. You go for it.
Okay. Also, look, I remember I used to come to the some events, and I was on a stage. I was joking, and like maybe sometimes I was kind of over the top, and then someone who organized the event comes to me and say, "Hey, Dima, like we have to be more like politically correct and blah blah blah." And I say, like, but I'm not gonna change the way who I am, like how I perform. So that's why I decide to build my own events where I can speak and do whatever the heck I want. So
Yep.
that's why I have upcoming my Rise event in Orlando, Florida this April. So if you guys will decide to know more details, you can contact Norm directly or me, and I will give you details about this. Like I promise you, there will be a lot of fun and a lot of good information.
Yeah, we'll
So
make sure that we talk a little bit about that at the end.
yeah, absolutely. So guys, speaking about the optimization and keywords, so like sometimes you have a listing and it was performing well. Let's say it was selling 50, maybe 80 units a day, maybe 100. So and then you start to see you slightly going down. Like you like now you like let's say you was doing 100 sales a day, now you're doing 83, then you're doing 67, now you're going to 45, and then become a new normal for you. It's new 40 45 units, and you don't know what to do,
Right.
how to change it, like what exactly you can impact. You try to boost more PPC spend, but the only you saw it just a burning of your profits, like nothing was changing. So and like Amazon, they a lot about relevancy. Before you try to rank any keywords back, you want to make sure you understand what exact keywords Amazon relates to your ASIN. So it may sound a bit complex right now because some of you will listen just a podcast, and sometimes it's better to see this in a real demo of the screen share. But I will try to explain you as simple as possible, because basically it's possible. It's like if you never see the hammer, how I gonna explain you what the hammer means? Like it's a piece of metal with a wood stick attached to it. So now we will get back to the stick. So and okay, so look, explaining about this keywords and relevances, guys. So over time, guys, your product was performing, and then for some reason, let's say it start to slightly go down. You want to see why it happening, and we in Sellerize, we develop a special tool that we call re-ranker. It There's nothing to do with the actual re-ranking that will boost your sales or something. It gives you historical data showing you exactly what keywords you was ranked before and what keywords you start to go down with. So, and also, guys, we show you exactly how much each keyword was bringing you as sales. So, for instance, you come into to the tool, you plug your ASIN or your competition ASIN. We can get back to this later. So now you can see, okay, you used to have 430 keywords ranked for you and making your money. You can see exactly how many sales these keywords did for you in the last months, 2 months, 3 months, or 2 years. So, and that's exactly what it's showing to you, exactly how much money you was making from each keyword on a daily basis. So then you can split this list of keywords on two lists. List number one, keywords that keep continue making you money, and it's showing you exactly how much money it makes you on a daily basis, how many sales each keyword bringing to you. Let's say iPhone case give you 50 sales a day. I'm just estimating right now. I'm just on top of my head. No, it doesn't mean it's exact numbers, but once you plug your ASIN, you will see exactly how much sales each keyword, organic sales. I'm not talking about PPC. Organic sales you're getting from this keyword. Then iPhone case for iPhone 13 gives you another 15 sales, But then you see there's another list of keywords that lost positions, and it's not making you money anymore. And you can see exactly how many sales also you lost. So where I'm going to with this information. So now you have two lists. List number one, it's the keywords that making you money, and you can focus on these keywords because right now you're the most relative keyword for your listing, so you can boost more PPC spend on these products. And there's another list that used to be ranked, and this list, guys, is very, very important because from this list, first of all, you will filter out all the keywords that was making you money the most, and you will try to rank these keywords back as fast as possible. Sometimes your ranking drop not because you doing something wrong. It's because maybe some competition come 6 months ago, did some activity, ranked higher, you just get 1, 2, 3, 4 positions down and you lost the sales. That's basically it. Well, only what you need to do is make your keywords working back again for you. And the reason why you have to focus on these keywords first, because Amazon is about relevancy. These keywords, Amazon thinks, is the most relative keyword to your listing. Because sometimes people, they come to the research, they pick list of the keywords, but maybe this list of keywords is not the most relative list. And the moment you're going to rank these keywords, you're going to go down again, because right now Amazon doesn't associate you with this keyword. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Right. Yep.
So you focus on historical data. Another big part, when you analyze your competition or whatever potential product you want to launch, you want to see what exact keywords they losing. If you see some keyword that they losing, making them money or used to make money for them, start to focus on these keywords first. Like, for example, iPhone case, it's a crazy keyword, so of course it's logical to see, this product has such a high search volume. We actually don't focus on the search volume. We focus on exactly how much sales the keyword bring into this specific seller on a daily basis, So you have to understand if this guy already performing crazy high, and guy number 2 and guy number 3, and on the first page there's maybe like 5 organic positions, so a total, from the top to the bottom. Everything else is placed with the paid ads. So how the hell are you gonna win against these guys?
Yeah.
So from that list, guys, you would be able to find keywords they lost, which means you can take the place. And yeah, maybe this keyword will not give you 100 sales per day, but maybe it will give you 5 or 10. And then slightly covering these keywords, guys, you winning 5 sales from that keyword, 3 sales from that keyword, 15 sales from that keyword. And now you're already at 25 to 30 sales per day by simply covering something that everybody losing. So that's...
Sorry,
Yeah.
Dima, a couple of things. So first of
Yep.
all, when we're talking about ranking, and anybody who's new to Amazon, this is different than indexing. You might have words that are making you money, but and you might have 1,000 keywords that are indexed. But Dima's talking about, the keywords that are ranking, that are making you money. It's not just indexing that we're talking about here. And the other thing I was wondering about, Dima, so I'm listening to you talk, and do you have to, like, let's say we find 5 keywords, okay, that have slipped from competitive analysis from somebody else. Do you go in and do you change around your listing so you can target those keywords?
Exactly, yeah. You add in these keywords to your title. Like the title is the most important part, like you're trying to make them as sequent as possible, So at least when you're trying to rank them back, So I unfortunately I cannot do the screen share, but we have for you guys insane guide, like step-by-step guide that I told you about this norm. Right after you listen in this podcast, I asking you guys check the guide, because if you want to become a professional seller, or you already are, if you were gonna see this guide, you will be surprised how much data in it, like how much improvement you can do to your ASINs, and how much you can. This is something, guys, I guarantee you never seen before. It's something that you never experienced as an analytics for your ASINs. So the moment you're gonna plug, I already got this to few big guys. They contact me and they told me, like, that's insane. I never seen anything like that before. So that's why I'm saying it's a new way of optimizing your product. You're not optimizing based on general data, like a search volume. Search volume, it's a general data by Amazon or Google or wherever you scrape your data from. We scrape data from so many different directions. And because we're doing Sellerize for more than 5 years, we got to the specific algorithms that helps us to determine some unique information that we guys can present for you right now. So with everything that I said, there's lots of keywords that people focus because they feel like, hey, there's a search volume. But if you have an exact product to launch or re-rank, you better to focus on something that your competition lost, the exact product, like, or maybe your product, because look, if you have a brand new product, there is no data, there's no historical data, so you don't know what to focus on. So there's a solution to track your competition ASINs, scrap these keywords. Like I have in this guide that I'm gonna provide you guys, you're gonna see the specific examples, the case study. It's not just a, hey, click here, click there. There's a case study, of the product that we're gonna show you guys what exactly we did. Some of the products, after we plug the system, we increase sales by 30%. And when I'm talking about 30% increase, it's not like you was doing 20 sales a day, now you're doing 25. I'm talking when you was doing 200 sales a day and now you're doing 300 sales a day. So this is the big difference. This optimizations, they are really, really good for products that are doing really well as well. It's not only for brand new small products. It's also really good for the products that already been existed for so long on Amazon. Because sometimes you work so hard and you feel like, hey, I already done everything. My conversion is 37%, like my PPC ACOS is crazy good, and blah, 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 so on, so on. There's so many data points that you can analyze to optimize your product. But this would be really new addition, guys, to your, we're not going to replace your entire strategy that you have. But once you're going to have this piece of data that you was missing, exact keywords that exactly make you money and how many sales they're doing on a daily basis, that's what will be a game changer for you.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing. So what happens, and I've got a client right now that goes out of inventory 2 times, 3 times. No matter what we do, they don't buy enough inventory. They don't forecast properly, and it's hurting their ranking. We tell them that it's hurting their ranking. We can see it. Will this help us get that ranking back? Because right now, like I keep telling them, every time they go out of inventory, Amazon just doesn't trust that they'll have inventory back.
Look, Norm, there's a so how to say this correctly, without saying, motherfuckers, why are you losing the inventory,
All right, there you go.
I working so hard,
I know.
Out of stock. So
believe me, I've said it a little differently, but I know. But what happens, this every time you go out of stock, and it could be for a month, it could be 3 months.
Listen, I agree. Especially the last couple of years, that was unpredictable. Okay, that happened to me. Amazon lost 16,000 units of my inventory. How hell I can predict this situation? They found this 6 months later, but when I send this inventory and they lost it, I don't have just 16,000 units sitting and waiting for such a mistake. I have a forecast. So yeah. I agree with you, and I agree with the guys. I'm sure there are some specific reasons, and I know you're a smart guy. Probably you was trying to strategize them and help them. Especially in my opinion, guys, if you're running out of stock because you just haven't financial gap, the financial cash flow issues, because it's one of the usually the most important ones. Also, guys, look into your supplier issues. Let's touch this point right now, because I want everybody to understand that's because if they fix this, they fix 60% of their problems. So it's like a plane. The plane is flying. You cannot just have gas time to time in a plane. The gas have to be all the time. Otherwise it's crash. And there's you cannot put the back crashed plane on the air. So, and that's how it works. That's Amazon as well. Imagine your ASIN as a plane. So you have to take care of it well. But look, there's companies. I don't know if you've been mentioned this on the podcast, like Payability, Seller Founding. Guys, take these companies, use them hardly. Yes, their money cost. Their money is expensive. But their money is nothing compared to how much traction you're losing while you're going out of stock. You can simply plug your Seller Central to Payability or Seller Founding, and I'm sure probably Norm has some discounts. They usually give some coupon codes for you. Go back and check with that. But don't lose the traction with the out of stock. And also big part of this, remember about inventory, guys. if you have less than 30 days of inventory on an Amazon warehouse, Amazon canceling your 1-day shipping. It's important. So if you have less than 30 days of inventory at Amazon warehouse, they already start to doing algorithm restrictions for you. So, and there's more details. Today podcast is not about managing the inventory, but look, I have my prep center, like I told you earlier, we have about 200 sellers, and we also always give them some advices. Guys, do this, do that. If you send the pallet, special stickers, they're gonna accept it faster, because every single step in the process in this chain is important. So but we can touch inventory management later. I love to talk about this topic all the time. So speaking about re-ranking,
Dima,
when the guys went out of stock.
just 1 sec before we get to any next questions or comments. Just wanted to let everybody know that if you want to get Wheel of Kelsey or get entered in Wheel of Kelsey today, just hashtag Wheel of Kelsey, tag 2 people, you get a second entry. Let's talk about the giveaway today, sir.
Me.
Yeah. What's the giveaway?
That's a great one. Okay, guys, the next week they're going to be one of the biggest event in American history. It's called Prosper Show. I think it's the one. There used to be a SellerCon. They used to do events. I think they don't have event this year, But Prosper is the second biggest. But now this is the biggest number 1 event. There should be around 2,000 Amazon sellers, and we also going there. We will have a booth, the Sellerize booth at the Prosper Show. So guys, we have a ticket for you. I know the ticket is pricey, and some of you wants to save money on this. So we would like to give you, as a Sellerize company, we want to give you a 1 free ticket to Prosper Show. So somehow Norm right now with his magic hands with Kelsey will choose the winner, and you guys just contact Norm directly. He's gonna pass your information to us, and we're gonna buy you a free ticket to the Prosper Show in Las Vegas. And if you're gonna see me at the booth riding a bear or something and
you've tried that. You have tried to get into that show riding a bear, but they wouldn't let you.
They say we have a policy, so they kick my bear out, of the. Okay. So at least I will have some sexy guys and girls at the booth. So please come to check out our Sellerize booth, guys. We can talk with you about keywords optimization and listings. I will be there. My team will be there. So that should be an amazing. So guys. How we're gonna present this free ticket to the people?
Oh, we'll make sure we'll do the drawing. So that's awesome. As you know, Prosper is very expensive to get into. It's well worth it. So that's an awesome giveaway. If you plan to get down to Vegas, that's great. I'm not sure if they allow for digital. I don't know if they have a digital version of this if you can't make it.
Look, they also have tons of upgrades. There will be lots of parties that will be organized by different group and companies. I know you, Norm, have some private party as well. There's depends on where you guys been invited or where you can sign up with. I know there's lots of going on at the Prosper. I remember last year in July, it was insanely good.
Oh my God.
We were doing Ferrari racing. We was doing parties in the clubs. It was everything was by invitation, so it was crazy good. So okay, we're gonna give you guys an amazing ticket to the Prosper Show. Unfortunately, I'm not gonna include you free upgrades to the Ferrari racing and other stuff. You can this is out of pocket because maybe not everybody loves to drive Ferraris. So
I know. I don't mind. I can't get into the car, but all right. So we'll do that. Hashtag Wheel of Kelsey. Also, we're going to sweeten the pot a little bit. So even if you can't get to Vegas, we've got the opportunity for a free month of Centurion League, and we're going to send out a real sweetening of the pot, a nice big box of chocolates. So, and that's for anybody in North America. But the Centurion League is for anywhere in the world. You know, if you want to join, get a free month. So hashtag Wheel of Kelsey and tag 2 people, you'll get an extra entry. Also, Kelsey, put your finger on the button. I'll give you 2 seconds. Hit that sponsor button. As you know, at Lunch with Norm, bigger is always better. Bigger business, bigger profits, and yes, bigger lunches. Z wants to make sure that your business and profits are bigger by taking you and your business international. They are a one-stop importer of record shop, including compliance and logistics services. They focus on all the elements involved in a smooth first-time custom clearance so that you can focus on what you're good at, selling. Click on the screen now or follow the link in the description box below and get 50% off your first shipment today. Okay. All right. And also, I should mention that if you do have questions, I see there's a couple already posted, but if you do have questions about keyword optimization, research, throw them over into the comment section and we'll make sure that we get to them. All right, Dima, where do you want to go from here? You want to talk about how do you detect these keywords, or I know we've talked about checking your competitors, so doing competitive analysis.
There would be some extras, guys, that I can add you in this research, you know, like that you're gonna complete. There's right now there's about 5 or 6 tools that we're gonna, guys, represent to you in our brand new section on Sellerize. Right now, I think 2 or 3 available, others in the beta. So not everybody has access, and even keyword research is invitation only. So you have to mention that you guys come from the norm podcast, so this way you will be allowed to access, because right now we're given limited access to the people to make sure we're doing proper control of how people utilizing this information. You know, like we want to make sure they get at least some knowledge and understanding how things works, and then you have to go through the guide as well to understand how process works. So our support team don't need to go crazy with you and and explain your entire system of Amazon. Okay, so but also, guys, speaking about Amazon, or about the Sellerize feature for the keyword research as well, we have a keyword hunter right now. It's a new tool that will help you with the plugin of one ASIN or one keyword. We'll give you the most profitable keywords as a list. You know, you don't need to get 20,000 or 15,000 keywords and then good luck to filter them out. You know, like we're just gonna give you the only keywords that are gonna make you money, and for the specific relevant products. So that's the most important. It's gonna save a ton of time, and you also will experience a better professional approach of keyword research that you can do on the market and optimization. And beside of that, guys, in a re-ranking tool, you would be also seeing, let's say you have a keyword iPhone case in your ASIN or wherever your competition ASIN, you can also see the density of this keyword. Let's say throughout the year, the traffic on the specific keywords can fluctuate from up and down. So you can also predict if, let's say, your product has a list of 50 keywords that makes you money, and then you can see these 50 keywords are fluctuate in summer higher, then you can predict that you will need more inventory at that specific point. So this helps you to become look, we still continue testing and optimizing this product, because we launched this feature maybe like 3 weeks ago for everybody. We was doing beta testing on our products. We was so completely satisfied, and I also want you to experience this and see how things going for you. So there's so many if you will find a way to extra usage of this data, please reach out to me. I will help you with the trainings and other stuff. I would like to connect with the smart people on the market who can get together as a group, and then I believe more in the group knowledge than just in some individual who come up with the idea. I know I come up with some idea of data analytics right now, but if you guys as a group can come to me and say, hey, Dima, we can prove you there's extra challenge you can get into this tool or usage of this tool, I would be happy to implement. I have about 30 people in Sellerize working on improving system all the time. So every time, guys, you get to us, we kind of how to say, roll our sleeves and keep continue working. Like we're working to make sure the group getting better. So you guys will be able to come to these features, and also you will see, hey, this keyword gives me this amount of sales per 2 years. Like I lost my sales at that point. Like, and you need to understand, guys, mainly we're gonna represent you as sales from top positions. We find out that majority of the products, the moment they going down from organic positions, from first page, let's say, to the second page, the sales on the second page almost doesn't exist. So like it's barely minimum. So you have to understand, if you're not in the top, you have to, if you don't have a technologies or ideas how to get to the top, you have to find a better other systems to compete. And how much time we have, no more?
You've got 15 minutes.
Yeah, okay. So I want to add you something, guys, because look, beside of just general, like there's information, like a technical information. Sometimes it's very boring information. And I can tell you that this technical information will not make you successful until you come with the right approach and understanding of the processes. So when you go and try to compete in any niche on Amazon, you have to understand who is your competitors, who is your kind of neighbors that you compete with, like, so because there is a specific market share, like, and the market share can move from your product to their product, and from their product to your product. There's some specific limited amount of traffic that go into your product, so it's not unlimited. And Amazon has this kind of a pie of the traffic, and we get used to cut this pie and eat this cake on a daily basis without spending much money. People get used to on Amazon to get free traffic on Amazon. The things has changed right now. Amazon require you to drive outside traffic to get influencers, right, to be more a brand than just simply hacking the algorithm. But if you do plug in these pieces of information that you getting from me, from other guys who doing Google ads, like for example, right now we have upcoming Rise event, and I bring in the smartest guys about Google ranking, how exactly optimize, because there's lots of people who knows Google, but there's not that many guys who know how to combine Google and Amazon together, So there's lots of people who try to do a Facebook, but they completely failed, or Shopify. I'm bringing right now a guy who doing, the guy will be at my event, like he will speak exactly how to leverage your Amazon sales with the Shopify approach, step by step how to do it. They also have an agency, and they can even do it for you if you like completely lost, or you don't have a team, or you feel like it's too difficult to implement yourself, because I know there's lots of people try it. So speaking about approach and information, guys, you have to understand who is your competition and what exactly they're doing to make sure you can win the game, because there's lots of guys. Let's say if you go to specific niches, some guys, they have a huge brands. Some guys, they know how to hack algorithms. Some guys know how to do Google. Some guys just crazy good at TikTok or YouTube, and you need to understand who you are, like what type of approach you will take when you try to rank your products. Maybe you can find the ways with the TikTok. Maybe you can find the ways with with something else. And some things you can delegate to guys like Norm, like for the listing optimization, images, titles, whatever, like sometimes you don't need to have a whole list of tools. You can just get to the professional guys who already have this list of tools. Like if I want to fix a dishwasher in my house, I don't need to run to the Home Depot and buy everything, like screwdrivers, whatever people need to fix the dishwasher, and then I call the handyman. The handyman come with a set of tools. He fixed my dishwasher and I'm happy, So if you experience problems with the keyword ranking, like you get to the guys who rank the keywords, or if you have a problems with the PPC or conversion, you get to these guys and they help you to optimize. So that's one of my approach that I use on my company. But I have a big team as well, who do my brands.
Right. So why don't we take a couple questions here too? Kelsey, you want to? I see that there's 5.
Yeah. Let's see. We actually have 6. Just one came in. All right, we'll do, let's see. From Braden, how often do you recommend doing a keyword review for listings?
That's a very good question. We do it all the time, like non-stop. We're doing testing, optimization. I would say we optimize listing at least once a week. So it could be images, because we work towards the conversion optimization, PPC optimization. Could you hear me okay? I see.
Yep, everything's fine.
Good job. Yeah. Okay, maybe it was something. Okay. Anyway, I saw the computer was frozen for a sec. Okay, so we're doing optimization all the time. So in my opinion, you just never stop doing that.
Okay, are you frozen?
Nope, I think we're good. Are you
Okay,
frozen?
all right. No, I thought Dima was frozen. Okay, so when we talk about constantly optimizing, you said you go back and you do your images or your titles or bullets or whatever you're doing. So you're doing that once a week. You're adding and you're making notes of what you've added just in case something starts to go the opposite way, right?
Exactly.
Okay. All right, Kels. Where is the boy? Oh my gosh. All right. It looks like Kelsey's been hung. All right. Let's just see.
Yeah, I would say also for Braden, one of the
I'm not sure what's happening. Can you?
What, Kels? Okay. Let's just do this. We got another question. How do you find your keywords from your competitor that your competitors lost? That's from Olga.
Olga, what's up? My mom is Olga too, so I love that name. Just love that name. Okay, so it's simple. That's in a tool, You go, you plug the ASIN, it scrapes all the data, it's combined the sources, and then it shows you exactly the keywords from your competition, what he's selling, what listings or what keywords performing, and you should see the report. That question will not exist anymore for you. So that's simple.
All right. So that's a part of the Sellerize app. Okay. So they make it really easy. And usually, like on the podcast, we don't talk about specific apps, but this app does a few things that a lot of other apps don't do. So that's why we're focusing on this today.
Norm, I can tell you, there's not a single app in the whole Amazon world that do exactly what I was saying.
Okay.
So it simply doesn't exist. It may exist in 6 months or 8 months when somebody will see what we're doing. Like maybe they would be able to reverse engineer what we're doing, but at the same time, it will take them at least 5-6 months to build something like that.
All right, very good. Kelsey, next.
Okay, from Howard, Dima, can a new brand in the early stages still be successful and profitable today once on brand registry?
Absolutely. Of course, yes. It's like you ask him, does this girl would marry me? Like if I come on a Ferrari, maybe their problem would not a Ferrari, but you as a. So I was saying we need to see exactly what product you launch. Like how you position yourself, what your competitive advantage. So what exactly you're doing to rank. And there's so many small pieces, guys, that you can optimize until I can say, hey, now your product can be on a kind of autopilot.
Yeah.
So because there would be some point, guys, that optimization kind of stops. Not stops, but you get to 47% conversion rate. Like you're spending $2,000 a day on PPC or and with I don't know 20% ACOS. I don't know exactly what your product, but it could be really good for you. And then you're doing so many other. You have you capture the majority of the traffic from entire Amazon, and you can see this by the keyword analytics that we give you. So you're like, hey, what else I can do? Then you can go for the outside traffic, because outside of the Amazon world is way bigger on traffic than Amazon in itself.
Okay. Next.
So if I would have a brand new product, like I don't know how much knowledge you have in e-commerce, but I would definitely focus a little bit on brand building, like even not just building a social media pages for your brand, but also build a niche specific pages. Like for example, if you sell, I don't know, like dog products, maybe you can start some page or buy page on a Facebook, because there's lots of groups that for sale. You can buy a Facebook group, and now you can be an owner of the Facebook group that was focused on dog lovers. And you can just simply plug your product over time in there, like, so it will help you with the additional traffic that Amazon loves.
Okay. Yeah, that's great advice.
Okay, next one from Manny. When keywords are pretty expensive, isn't it more effective to just show up on the ASINs you want to target?
Absolutely. I mean, like, it's look, don't take me wrong. There's ranking on Amazon. It's a complex strategy right now. So beside of just because, look, you have to do a keyword ranking, and you also have to do a ASIN targeting. You also have to use some defensive strategies. We will not talk right now because it takes about 20 minutes to explain, but you can always check my YouTube videos where I explain. I think it was one of my strategies that I used to defend my products. There's so many products, the guys, that you have to use the strategies to optimize and grow. But you have to understand, if you skip the part of keyword optimization, you're losing a lot of information, guys, that you are, or a lot of traffic and impression and things that Amazon can simply give you in a click like that. Because the moment you plug, I cannot tell you exact keywords on a specific case, but we went from 200 cells right now to 438 cells because we was missing this one keyword. And the moment we plug this keyword in our title, Amazon start to index and give this to us, because sometimes you just miss the keyword. Sometimes you in Amazon, in our Sellerize tool, you would be able to run comparison between 10 ASINs and see which ASIN, which keywords taken, like, so this will help you to also choose the approach, because sometimes your competition doesn't focus on some keywords that now you can take and focus more on a PPC or whatever ranking campaigns you guys use, because different people have a different resources of whatever they do. Maybe giveaways, maybe they have their email list, maybe they have a brand following. There's plenty of ways you guys can how to say, shave the cat. You're not shave the cat. How to say on English?
Shave the beard.
Shave the beard.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right, we are at the top of the hour. I'm not sure how everyone is good for time, or if we should go to the wheel.
Dima, you got a little bit more time?
Yeah. If I have a question or two, I can take it.
Okay.
I will try to be as specific as possible.
Okay, great. We have two questions left. One is from Manny. When would you let go of a keyword?
When would I let go the keyword?
When would you stop using a keyword?
Okay, so let me say again. If this keyword makes you money, then keep it. There's no other mathematical explanation. It's all about numbers. So if you run the report and you see this keyword makes you money, focus on this keyword, because this keyword makes you money. But if you see this keyword in the last 2 years didn't give you a dime, you can even cancel probably this from the PPC. I don't know, but if this keyword really not given sales, what's the point to waste money on it?
Right.
Or focus on this. You believe me or not, the moment you will see these reports, the moment you will see this data, you hey, I'm changing my direction.
Okay. Last question, Kels.
Okay, from Elchin. What is your best working strategy for improving ranking if we drop or gain ranking for newly discovered keywords?
Okay, so I don't know how this works, but sometimes we just simply plug this into the title, and it works like a magic. Sometimes we just run our giveaway through our email list, and it works like a magic. But I can tell you this way, Amazon sometimes unpredictable, and something that worked for one product may not work for another. So that's the biggest issue. I don't know, if it feels sometimes for me like Amazon doing this how to say, you have same okay, let's say you have a girl, like, and then you take her to the movie with the popcorn, and she always satisfied. With Amazon, it's a different game. You do popcorn in a movie, and one times Amazon satisfied, another time is not satisfied. Like, so you can do exactly the same actions for different ASINs, and they will perform completely different. In my theory, it's either based on a category, but sometimes we do exactly the same test in a different categories. Sometimes it's a game of numbers. Think from this perspective. Let's say we're talking about 10% conversion, yeah. But 10% conversion, it's an end result. Are you good?
Yeah, no, I had something wrapped up in my arm.
Okay, so let's say we're talking about 10% conversion. 10% conversion, it's a result of the past. We're analyzing the past, correct? So how the past was performing. Let's say let's say we have 10 people clicked on your product and just one purchased, which means 10% conversion. But it could be a different position. First person come, he purchased, and then 9 people didn't purchase. Or 9 people come, click on your ASIN, but the 10th person are purchased. It's completely two different scenarios, but overall it's a 10% conversion. You got me? So that's why I'm saying sometimes when you have a keyword and I say, hey, plug into the title, you have to experiment with your product as much as you can. Sometimes I look at the image, and this is the most beautiful image. It wins on a PickFu, and everybody loves this image. But I plug this image to the Amazon, and my conversion dropped.
Right.
How do I know if it's gonna work or not? But sometimes I'm plugging a best. Sometimes I'm plugging the best pictures, and of course it's improving. So don't take this as advice. You have to test. That's why it's called test. Test all the time. Never stop. Like I have in my company a special dedicated person who tests all the time. He record every action he do. And even if right now he plugged it, sometimes how it works. We changed the image, and today conversion dropped. We change it back. 2 months later, we take the same image, we change it, and conversion go up. Voila!
Yep.
Fucking magic, So who knows? Like you never know, like how things may perform. But based on data, you can take a more proper steps to optimize, to test. You're not blindly walking and trying to do something. You take the data, you analyze the data, you see exactly what makes you money, and then when you have this data, start to focus on PPC improvement, ASIN targeting. So I also find out, guys, if you have a brand new product and you target specific ASINs and they making sales, Amazon gives you somehow boost from their kind of keyword tree. They have like a amount of keywords they rank for. You're already grabbing their also their power of their listing. So you should see how your listing performing. So that's the important part.
Okay, I'm going to squeeze in one last question because Simon just posted something that I think is pretty good. So how do you effectively document changes when you're making your listing? So how do you know? And I think this is really important. Are you putting it into a spreadsheet? Are you using Helium 10's notes? What are you doing?
Yeah, of course, I'm using Sellerize notes. No, in Sellerize we have that. So
you have notes in Sellerize? I didn't know that.
Exactly. No, look, we have so much there. Sometimes it's very difficult to explain what already tool have. We started 2 years ago with only 3 tools. Now we have 22, and they keep continuing improving. Besides of just growing as a tools, they also growing inside as a system, because guys, we receiving a really valuable feedbacks from you. So when you plug this node into the day that you did a change, then you can go and see on the graphs your conversion, and if it changes or not. So that's and you see what exactly happening in that day a week later. So that's the biggest part. You can also plug your lightning deals and everything into the graph.
I love that. I did not know that Sellerize had notes. So there you go, Simon. Okay, so I think it comes. Well, first of all, I think we have to go to a word from our sponsor, right, Kels? A big thank you to our sponsor, Startup Club, the largest club on Clubhouse with over 790,000 members and growing. They're one of the world's largest communities supporting the startup ecosystem, from founders to those wishing to work for a startup and everything in between. You can find them at www.startup.club for blogs, recordings, and a calendar of upcoming shows, and on the Clubhouse app. Just search Startup Club for daily shows 24/7. You can also now listen to their show, the Serial Entrepreneur Club podcast, on Apple and Spotify too. Stop by to connect, learn, and grow together. Okay, now it is time for the wheel.
All right, here we go.
It's time for the Wheel of Kelsey.
All right, thank you everyone for entering. If you are the winner of today's Wheel of Kelsey, contact me, kate@lunchwithnorm.com, and here we go.
This is for a pretty big prize.
Yes. All right. The winner is Jason C.
All right, Jason.
Congratulations.
Okay, so Jason, just contact Kelsey or k@lunchwithnorm.com. He'll provide you with all the information for the Prosper ticket, the Centurion League, and the box of chocolates. Okay, Dima, thank you so much. I know that you had a wicked headache before coming on today, but really appreciate you coming on. You're always dropping knowledge, and we'll have to get you booked for another couple months.
Awesome.
And by the way, we got to talk just very quickly. You have something coming up in Orlando in April called Rise. And I can tell you, anybody who's been to any of your events, I've always heard that they are incredible. I've always talked about 2 or 3 events. BDSS, that's Kevin's. ASTGT, or the other way around, that's in Brooklyn, incredible event, and your event. So these are events and affordable events that I think that anybody who's medium to advanced sellers should go to and take a look. You'll walk away with a ton of knowledge. So that's in April sometime in Orlando.
Thank you, Norm. But yeah, you guys, if you want to learn more, we have a link. It's called rise-conference.com. So this link you would be able to see, and if you guys want to join me, you also will get a discount of $300 just as appreciation for Norm. So please join us. If you decide to buy the ticket, let us know. We'll be happy to provide you this huge discount, which is like $300 is not bad, And I will see you in Orlando, April 19 to 21. With a group of 60-70 Amazon sellers. On average, sellers are doing about 3 million per year, which is a good size of the sellers. We have lots of 9-figure sellers also coming. Some people sending their employees to train. So we're really going to do extensive training on Amazon knowledge for you. So after events like that, guys, you coming back with like 4 or 5 tips how to grow your Amazon business. Doesn't matter of a scale of your business, even if you're 9-figure, 8-figure, 7-figure, everybody loves the approach what we're doing there. And
all right,
it's a lot of fun.
Yes. It's always fun with you. Okay, so Dima, thank you a lot again for coming on, and we'll talk to you soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much,
All right.
Norm. Bye,
See
guys.
you. Okay, so and by the way, I don't have any affiliation. There's no affiliate links. All I can tell you is the events that I go to that I think are worthwhile, and it's up to you to decide whether to go or not. Okay, so we have a really great guest coming on. Repeat guest, Cassandra Craven, and she's coming on. And this is because Prosper's coming up. We want you to learn how to capture live content at these events or wherever you're going. This could be useful for your brand. This could be useful, just for any of the social platforms out there. Anyways, Cassandra's going to share some of her secrets about how to capture content at live events, or even how to just capture live content. So, Kelsey, anything else?
No, that's it. Dima just said the Beer Nation coupon. Oh, that's $300 off for the Rise.
And don't forget that PDF file that he was talking about is incredible. It's very detailed, and it walks you through step by step to show you how to increase your sales up to 30%, even over. So just by following his action guide.
Okay, great. And we do have our Patreon lesson coming up tomorrow. So our members, if you are interested, we have Taylor Boone coming tomorrow to learn how to practice or how to show your brand voice through product photography. This is through our Patreon program. It's a paid membership that you can get different lessons from me and Norm and our guest lessons. So if you like more information about that, you can visit lunchwithnorm.com and click on the membership tab, and you'll get to see everything that is available. All right. And if you're very new to the podcast, I would recommend going over to our Facebook group, Lunch with Norm, Amazon FBA, and E-commerce Collective. That's where all the fun happens. And I think that's about it.
Okay. So that's it. Join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at noon Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for watching today. If you're new, please get or become part of the community. We've got an awesome community. We could not do this podcast without them, without everybody. So thank you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Lunch with Norm.